Welcome back to Library-ish, your inside look at all things library, from books and programs to the little things that make your local library such an incredible resource.
And today we're getting you fully ready for summer because summer reading is almost here. And whether you've done it every year or you're thinking about trying it for the first time, we've got you covered.
That's right. This is your official summer reading survival guide. We're talking about how to choose books you'll actually want to finish. And of course, everything you don't want to miss happening at your library.
Because summer reading isn't just about checking off a list, it's about finding something you genuinely enjoy and making it part of your summer.
So whether you're reading by the pool, listening to on a road trip, or just trying to get back into the habit,
we're here to help you build a summer reading plan that actually works for you.
Let's go! Woo-hoo! So summer reading.
Yes, it's exciting.
It is exciting. It's hard though, because it's beautiful outside.
It is.
It feels like you have more time, even if you don't. It kind of does.
Yeah.
It seems like a really good time to get yourself to start reading, but also, where do you start?
That's a very good question. And you know what? For libraries, summer reading, it's our Super Bowl.
Completely.
It's so great. We plan all year for this moment in time, and this is where we have the fun programming. This is where we have the fun books, the fun reading things, and it's all great. And what I think is absolutely lovely about it? It's all based on preventing the summer slide.
Well, yes, absolutely, because it's such a real thing with kids being out of school.
It is.
And everything, it's a talk about that.
Yeah, so the summer slide, when you have so much time where you're not doing instructional things and you're not being reminded of what you learned throughout the whole school year, your brain will start forgetting it. And people who have ever learned a foreign language and have not ever gotten a chance to practice it, you find that you lose it if you don't use it. And
oh God, 100%.
Yeah, kids are the same
and
way.
It's that way with anything. I mean, any new skill or even any skill you've been building on for a really long time, unless you've gotten to that point where it's second nature, you're just going to lose those details.
Yes, very much. Well, the summer reading program offered by many, if not most, if not all libraries. I'm like, pick a
yeah,
run.
exactly. You're raising the bar.
Right? They're all designed to prevent the summer slide when it comes to reading skills for kids. Now, we all have, all the libraries do it a little differently. We'll do it a little differently than the library in the next county over, so on and so forth. But they're all a lot of fun. And they're all based on enjoyment, not, oh, I have to reach my count. I have to do this many. No, it's a fun activity because you get prizes for reading what you want. It's not like we're teachers and we're like, you have to read this book from this period about this thing and then write me an essay. Pick Dogman. Read Dogman, pick.
And that's something to keep in mind when you're talking about kids and summer reading, is that this is not the same as school reading.
No.
And this is something to keep in mind for adults too. All year you're working hard, you're focusing on whatever tasks you have to do at home, or summer is a time to focus on fun. And so we want that for kids, but we also, for you as an adult looking to maybe engage in summer reading too, this is a time for you to take things a little less seriously. For the kids, when they come in, we're not like page counts. No, there are certain criteria that we have for the summer reading, but it's nowhere near as stringent as like school or that kind of reading.
We're so not. And just to emphasize, I'm going to share a wonderful story. Those kids that are too smart for their own good. Those kids.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Everybody has known or is in fact
or was
was one of these kids that
I'm much younger now. So
there's another coworker that we have that I often say this a lot. I'm like, you're like one of those kids that's just too smart for your own good.
Oh yeah. One coworker.
Right? A couple. Well, I had one little boy in here who was this kid, right? And he had to be, oh gosh, maybe 10. 9 or 10 years old. And he's looking at the summer reading thing and he's like, so wait, I got to read 10 books. And I said, yeah, you got to read 10 books. And he's like, which books? And I'm like, I don't know, whichever books you want to read, my dude. You guarantee any books I want to read, just 10 of them?
Can I have that in writing, please?
Right. And I'm like,
us a
yes,
trip.
I guarantee any books. We're not a school. I'm not a teacher. Whatever books you want to read, go ahead. This little stinker goes over to the board books and gets 10 board books. And as I'm watching him, reads 10 board books and checks them off one by one and says, here, I'd like my prize, please. And you know what I did? I gave him the stinking prize because that's 10 books. And he did ask me, is it 10 books? Yes, it's 10 books. I had to give him his prize.
I mean, what are you going to do?
What are you going to do? And the next one was 15 books. And he got 15 board books, different board books.
Yep.
But 15. And I sat there and went, he's like, no, my second prize. And I sat there and went, because he was too smart for his own good. Do you know what I mean? But yeah, so we don't monitor. We don't care.
We don't
monitor.
care.
Yeah.
But, let's talk about picking summer books, since you brought up this young lad that picked this whippersnapper, this wiseacre, who went and picked. It was like, I know what books I'm picking. 10 board books. I'm setting the bar.
Yes.
Talking about bar setting, very low. How is you? How do you, as a grown-up, decide what sort of things you might like to read for summer? What's a criteria? Well, we can offer a little bit of a criteria. You can talk about doing things maybe based on your mood. Books are food.
Books are food.
What are you in the mood
I will die
for?
on this hill.
Yes,
happily.
Yes. I mean, if there's one,
Viva la revolucion.
If there is a running thread through all of our episodes, books are food. But maybe it's like the weather, and we've talked about this before. The weather is sunny. Maybe you want a beach read. The weather is sunny. Maybe you want a winter read, something Christmassy.
Yeah. A lot of people do that, actually. Christmas in July.
A lot of people do that.
I like that one.
Maybe you want something escapist. Maybe this is a time for that mystery or adventure or thriller.
Fantasy.
Or maybe it's the time for something a little more reflective because you have more time.
Yeah.
You go outside on the back deck or go to a park and you just want to read something more reflective, a memoir or something that you can get deeper into because you have that time and ability to focus.
I've got one of my aunts. She's so cute. She's this cute little 80-year-old lady, and she lives over, where it's hot. And she loves to read, loves it. And we were talking about books one summer, and she's like, "Oh, I just got into it's that series with bury your bones, bring up the bodies and bury the bones." It's about the advisor to King Henry VIII. I can't remember the name of the series, but it's very dark. Okay. It's very dark and very secretive and she's like,
intrigue.
Yeah. And she's like, I love something like that when it gets hot. And I'm like, oh my gosh. Okay. You go, Judith. That sounds great. Good for you. But no, because books are food. And sometimes when it's roasting hot outside and you're sitting inside with the air conditioning, you have different tastes,
That's right.
And so
and if you go with your mood, you're more likely to be successful than if you go, here's the top one on my TBR stack.
I've done that to where I have to read this book. I have to finish this book. And if I get stalled for whatever reason, it takes me months to get past because I don't want to hop to the next one.
Yeah. That's very real that you go, I can't start the next one until I finish this one. And the truth is, don't be afraid to quit. If you're at a point and that book just isn't hitting, or, my sister would tell you that this is absolutely the way. And I know a lot of other people that do it. You can't read more than one book at a time, too.
Yeah.
Like you can get to a certain point in a book and go, you know what? I also feel like reading this thing.
Yeah.
And you can have more than one on the hopper. I'm not great with that because I'm a very monotropic person that likes to do one thing at a time. My food on the plate, I eat this first, then that one, and then the end kind of around until I decide what my last bite is going to be. But if you're the kind of person, you can always read more than one book.
Books are food.
I
do. It takes me at least 100 pages to be interested in a book. I lose interest if I stop reading before the 100-page mark. I don't know what it is, but it's something about
lack of object permanence.
Right? I guess.
You're like, and it's gone.
I don't know everybody well enough to care what happens until I'm about 100 pages in. Like it's acquaintance versus friends.
That's a good kind of thumbnail too, to give yourself 100 pages.
Yeah,
and
before I DNF
maybe,
it, because I figure after 100 pages, we've met, we've talked, we know each other well enough that I don't want to continue this journey with you. You know, I mean, it's 100 pages. So what I often do is I'll start a book, I'll start a couple of them, and I'll just kind of jump between each one. And the first one I get to 100 pages, I either decide if I'm still going to go or if I'm going to kick it aside.
Yeah.
You know, and I know it takes me that long before we can continue this journey. But when I do summer reads, I love it to be cozy. Not cozy, but like light.
Oh, yeah.
You know, I love it to be light. I don't want anything that has to make me sit there and contemplate the real world, you know, values and the real world issues that this has brought up. And I'm like, no, I just want to go away from everything.
Escape.
I want to escape. Oh my gosh.
Here's another methodology that you can try if you're not sure what you're in the mood for, but you just know you want to get that reading ticker up. It's called the 3-book stack. So your first book, sort of to get the momentum going, pick something fast and easy, something you could really burn through quickly, a short story, a compilation of short stories or short essays that will get you just the juices flowing and get you into reading. Follow that up with something that you've been meaning to read, that you're interested in, and then something out of the ordinary that you wouldn't necessarily read. And this should help fuel you and be able to give you some incentive to keep going.
You know, we do this when we get into reading slumps too. Find something fast and easy. Often if I find myself in a reading slump, I'll gravitate to graphic novels, manga in particular.
That's a great way to do it.
Because it's nice and quick. I consider manga, books are food. I consider manga candy. It's just, it's candy. It's a real quick energy boost where I'm in the middle of it. We're moving fast. Everything's going. Oh, it's this way. It's not that way. It's this way. With manga, it's this way. Anyway, you know, we're moving fast. We're going through all the stuff and it's exciting and the book ends and I'm like, oh, I need another piece of candy. You know, I mean, it's just, that's what it does.
That is another great way. Actually, so many classic books have been adapted into graphic novels.
It's delightful.
And, you know, sometimes you don't know if you want to get invested into a book that's a classic, especially if you have the childhood school trauma of reading these old books. Going through and revisiting them with a graphic novel is a great way to see if you find the story engaging enough to then challenge yourself by reconnecting with the language of those older books. You know, if you look at it and go, actually, the story is really interesting, much more interesting than I remember. Maybe I can go back and read the actual book later. Great way to do it.
Gosh, and you know what? Audio reading is still reading. And we have audiobooks.
Yeah, don't deny yourself that.
Oh gosh, there was one that I think it was To Kill a Mockingbird. Like I had, because it was the language, I had to listen to the audio to get me started on it, to get me like into it. And then once the audio had me into it, then I could go into it and I could picture the language and I could read it in my head and I could do it. But sometimes you just need a little help, you know, especially with the ones that you've been meaning to read. And we all have that one classic sitting on our shelves that we're like, I'm going to read you. I know you're good. I'm going to read you. For me, I read Tale of Two Cities back in high school. I don't remember a large percentage of it. And it's on my to be read list because I want to read it again. I want to be, because I know it's good. I read it in high school and I'm like, this is amazing. I can't remember it. Can't remember her. I remember like 2 scenes of it. And I remember the scene at the end where he's like, 'tis a bitch a thing I do now. And I remember the thing at the beginning where it was a good times and it was bad. I remember those 2. Everything in between is a wash of gray.
Nothing.
You know, so
reading demands a lot of you.
It does.
And sitting down and looking at a page, it especially in summer when you're traveling or you're with the kids, and that's sometimes a lot to ask of yourself, to sit just you and a book and close everything else off and immerse yourself in the world. But if you're going on a camping trip or if you're going on, you can pop that audiobook in and you're good to go.
Yep, 100%.
So don't feel like the audiobook is not a way to do it, or bringing that Kindle with you on the camping trip so you can read in those quieter moments or before you go to sleep or things like that. yeah, technology has really made reading more accessible. And I think feeling like that's not real reading, we again have said that this is a false notion, and we stand by that.
It is le poo.
Indeed.
Indeed. I was just thinking, because you're like, it takes a lot of energy to look, to read, and my brain is like, to stare at dead tree slices and hallucinate.
And hallucinate, exactly.
If you're one of those people that sees pictures in your brain, that's really, you're just kind of staring at a piece of paper and hallucinating.
Exactly.
It's great. I love it.
And what are some of the summer reading pitfalls? I think it's really important to discuss those too, because it's very easy to put yourself in a position where you are your own worst enemy. Like, you get very enthusiastic at the beginning of summer and you think, I'm going to read all the things. And so you overcommit.
Yeah.
And give yourself too many books. And then you wind up doing the thing, if I can't finish this, can't move on to that.
Yeah.
It's really easy to do. Again, picking the wrong book, forgetting to track your process and keep track of what you're reading. Thinking you're behind, like setting a goal for yourself. I'm going to read 20 books this. Yeah, exactly. No. Well, even 20, even 10.
Right.
I'm going to read 10 books this summer. And then you're like, the clock is ticking and you're halfway through the first book and you're like, I'm not even going to finish. Like, don't be that way. Remember that reading is fun, and there are no boundaries in terms of that. Read to enjoy yourself. Don't read because of some existential idea that you're supposed to or you should or whatever.
Yeah, reading is actually fun. I'm so sorry. It just is. Maybe I'm queen of the nerds, but it's a lot of fun to sit and read, and I wish I could do it more often.
It is. Now, how can we explain to the people how the library can help them?
Oh, there's so many things the library provides.
Yeah, how can we help you? We want to help you, because the library can help you do these things.
It can't.
The library can help you. It's your go-to spot for reframing. We want the library to be a summer destination for you. First of all, we have air conditioning. We are not cooling centers, but we have air conditioning. This is a calm environment. It's relatively quiet, not always. Remember that libraries are not quiet spaces the way they used to be. There's children's programming, but that's also wonderful to come into a place over the summer that is cool. It's not a park. It's not outside. It's not hot. And you do get to hear kids having fun, doing crafts, come in, look at the books.
And we don't charge you for coming in. We don't look at you expectantly.
That's right.
You come in and we'll say, hi, how are you doing?
That's
and
right.
Then you can come in and spend your time however you want, as long as it's like not inappropriate. But, I mean, let's be appropriate here. But we honestly don't care. I mean, you might, if you're over there eating a giant food of some kind and drinking a beverage without a top,
you're probably gonna
might come over and be like, hey, take that outside.
Right.
But I mean, we don't care.
It's not like Starbucks where you have to buy something every hour and a half or whatever, or they're going to be like,
something or get out.
Yeah.
No, we don't care.
No, you can be here all day long. Also, let's say we talked about reading what you're in the mood for or whatever. Let's say you have no idea. You don't know what you're interested in. You can come, we have displays. We have book lists. We can do reader's advisory. You can talk to us and tell us books that you liked previously, and we will help you find books that are similar to those, that might be the same genre, the same kind of book that but by a different author or by the same author, by the same author that you may enjoy just as much.
I love recommending books 100% of the time, because I feel like I've made a book friend.
Absolutely.
I feel like we can connect on these books, and I've made a book friend.
Absolutely.
I wants to be friends.
Yes, exactly. Let's be friends.
Let's be friends.
Let's share books. And this is one of the few places that you can go. The library is one of the few places you can go that's free. Not only will we not ask you to leave unless you're being disruptive.
Yeah.
Not only are you welcome here, but it's free. All you need is a library card, and you can check out anything here. If you don't have a library card, you're more than welcome to come in and take things off the shelves and read them,
Mhm.
regardless of whether you check it out or not. It's great for the entire family to
Mhm.
come and browse. There's something here for everyone. It's a welcoming environment.
Mhm.
And there's always something happening. And that's where the summer
You know
reading
what? I'm so
events come
sorry. I
in.
have another story. It's in my
Yes,
brain, so it
please.
has
No,
to
I
pop out.
love it.
We were talking about how
I'm here to keep the ship on the goal, and you're here to be
giggle.
like, you're here to look at the sunrise. That's what.
It's pretty.
Yeah.
Sorry. No, but we were talking about how, when you go into a place like Starbucks or like, Target or whatever, people expect you to buy something and leave.
Yeah.
Come in, buy your things, leave. Come in, buy your things. And a lot of times with teens, when they come in, you have to leave your backpack at the front because they don't want you putting things in there and stealing.
Right.
I had 2 teen boys come in here and they had their backpacks on and they looked at me like, do you want us to leave these behind the counter? And I said, no, I would like you to keep your things with you at all times, please. And he's like, oh, but most places want us to leave them. I'm like, I don't. Everything's free. What are you going to do? Steal it? In fact,
we want you to take it with you.
If you choose to take books to read, I don't see a negative of this.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, no, keep them with you. Please don't leave them here.
Yeah, literally, you can take them with you, and then when you're bored with them, you can just bring them back.
That's all it is.
Yeah, literally.
It made me giggle so much because it was like, do you want us to leave these here? I'm like, no. It's free.
Yeah.
Please.
Yeah, no, you're fine.
But yeah, there's a big difference between us and them because we don't care. And I had a lady earlier today. She was so cute. She had just checked out her books and then she was halfway to the door and she stopped. She's like, oh no, I forgot to check she was something about herbs. I was going to say herbology, but that's not it. It was something to do with herbs and she forgot to check the aisle. So she turns back and she stops and she looks at her stack and she looks at me and I'm just sitting there going, hi. And she's like, can I take these with me? And I'm like, yeah. She's like, you're not going to make me check them out again? And I said, no, you can take them with you. I promise I won't chase you through the library.
It's amazing how grocery stores have conditioned people that they're like, oh no, I have these things. I can't go back inside with them because I may leave with more of them.
Right?
It's like, we want you to leave with more of them.
Yes. Don't leave
That's
your
the whole point.
No. Yeah, 100%. Don't leave your backpack with me and please keep your things with you. Yeah, we're happy if you take more.
One of the other staff members is always telling people when they use our self-checks, because people tend to want to scan the books.
Yeah.
And that's our self-checks work by literally you put the item on a platform and magic and it checks it out. And it's very technical. And as Arthur C. Clarke said, technology and magic are indistinguishable when you don't know which is what.
Fair.
I mean, that's
100%
paraphrased, but basically.
Yeah.
It's the same thing. It's like the grocery store, everybody's scanning things. And so it's like, no, you don't have to scan. You just like set it down. It's yours.
Yep.
Yeah. But so let's talk about what we've got going on. All the cool stuff that we have going on this summer.
Oh, we've got a lot. There's plenty. And if you go to any of your local branches, you can get these little brochures.
Yes.
And it has all the fun things that are going on.
These are not color, but this is.
Well, I didn't print you out color. I'm sorry.
The color over there. There's the color one. I don't need color.
It defaulted to black and white.
No, it's fine. I don't need color.
Time.
Now, summer reading is going to go on. Let's see. It's from
summer reading starts on June 2nd and goes all the way through
July 31st.
July 31st. Yeah.
Hello, post-production Tracy here, correcting the record. Registration for Butte County Library's summer reading program actually begins Monday, June 1st at the Chico branch. We hope to see you there. Thanks so much. Now back to the show.
Oh, Gridley's having a lip sync battle for teens on July 31st.
Isn't that amazing?
And we have activities for little kiddos, for teens, and adults.
Yes.
And so, I mean, depending on what your age level is, depending on what your branch is, there's lots of stuff. And this is all free. We provide the materials. We provide the stuff. We just want to have friends to do this.
Yes.
Come and be my friend.
I mean, literally,
I
this
can
is
have
what
friends.
I can have friends.
As friends. There's a lot of fun stuff happening here in Paradise. I know we're starting with the sidewalk chalk fun, where we're going to make exploding sidewalk chalk, and we're going to paint with sidewalk chalk, and we're just going to, in general, make a giant mess with chalk, and it's going to be a lot of fun. In Gridley on June 5th, they're doing a newspaper fashion show for teens. Right?
It's so cool.
I've seen those before.
We have always had great programs, but this year we have some very interesting teen programs.
Oh gosh,
we have a lot of the branches are doing teen lock-ins. Durham, Chico, and Paradise are doing teen lock-ins, which are, if you don't know what a lock-in is, it's basically when the teenagers come to the library close to closing time. We lock the doors, and then there are activities and snacks and all sorts of stuff for them to do, and it's only them in the library, nobody else.
Well, I'm there for supervision.
Well, there are library staff members there to make sure that, everything is as safe as possible.
I'm not there for the free pizza or the fun stuff or anything. I'm there for supervision only.
No, of course. Yes. Sure.
Yeah. But it's going to be a lot of fun. We're going to lock the teens in. We're going to have video games. We're going to have crafts. I'm going to set up a putt-putt course that they can play with. There's going to be music. There's going to be pizza. There's going to be all kinds of fun, and they just need to come and they have fun. And they're just locked in the library. They get to run amok, and do all the fun things. And then, we unlock the doors when it's over, and then they can go about their merry teen ways.
Absolutely. And there are also a lot of libraries doing programs, because the theme for this year's summer reading, they usually have a theme, is plant a seed, read. So many of the programs that you will find this year are related to agriculture in some way. There are several seed swaps.
There are plenty,
like we are doing teen seed bombs and bigs this year. We are also doing
Paradise is doing a kiddo seed bomb.
We're doing the kiddo seed bomb. There's a seed swap in Chico.
They have a plant swapping program
in Oroville.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's a lot of fun.
So really interesting one that was happening here in Paradise.
Cow
Eye Dissection Lab.
It's ICU Cow Eye Dissection Lab. And it's you have to register because we have to know how many to buy. But we're going to buy cow eyes, and each kiddo gets a scalpel, and we're going to walk you through how to cut, because cow eyes are super fun. They're very similar to ours, but they're much bigger.
And this is for teens only. Registration is required. There are also permission slips that are required for this program, because it does involve scalpels and cutting instruments.
Yes.
So
scalpels. And there is, if you look in the brochure,
and also a certain number of registrations will be required for the program to move forward.
Yeah.
So this is all pending the number that we get, the appropriate number of participants, because it is a rather expensive program.
There's so much fun. And we've got Chico is doing Candy Sushi Cinema for teens. That's a lot of fun. Candy's always so much fun to utilize.
Yes. And of course, because it is a plant theme, there was only one movie that all the branches would be showing.
Oh, I wonder what that movie could be.
Yes,
Traci.
and that movie is Little Shop of Horrors.
Feed me, Seymour.
The 1988 version, not the Roger Corman one. The one based on the stage play. Just an absolute classic. Classic
that's
film.
A good one.
And that will be shown at various times at each branch. Some branches are doing special screenings, one for kids and a sing-along, and the other is doing one for adults. And it just, you could check our website for all the listing information for all the wonderful programs we'll be doing this summer. I'm particularly looking forward to the Little Shop of Horrors stuff.
Durham is having an As You Wish movie date night. For
Princess Bride.
I love Princess Bride. It's one of my favorite movies,
Mhm.
you know, and it was one of the things I want to talk about on the last podcast where the movie's better than the book because I can't get into the book. I can't get
Yeah.
through there. But that movie, I have watched that about 1,000,000,000 times. You know, I love it. So I was excited about this As You Wish movie date night for
Mhm.
adults. I thought that would be adorable. I'm hoping she asked me for help on that because I think that'd be fun. Because I want to watch the movie too.
You're like, 'cause I wanna be there with
I want
this
to be there and watch the
dog.
movie. And Chico's having a family ballet performance.
Well, there's going to be a lot of performing arts
Mhm.
programs in Chico.
Mhm.
July is going to be the family ballet performance. And in June, I believe, yes,
Gentlemen.
June
Mhm.
25th, Kevin Barry and Friends. So there
Mhm.
will be a live band. And then in July will be the family ballet performance.
That's going to be so much fun. See,
So
these
even live entertainment.
yes, these are the things that we spend all year planning and putting together to pull everybody into the library. You know, I love because programming is a little hard for a lot of people to understand. I'm gonna paraphrase the manager down in Chico. Programming is what pulls patrons in. Programming is our hook. It's the fun. Come watch the ballet. It's a lot of fun. Come see live music.
Mhm.
Come in and watch a movie with us while we make a plant that's going to try to eat everybody. Nom nom nom. But it's the hook that pulls everybody in, and our collection is here for you to take advantage of while you're here. Grab that fun book for summer. Grab that Emily Henry that you've been Emily Henry that you've been meaning to read. Come in and get those while you're here, and then sign up for the summer reading challenge and get prizes for the books that you're reading.
Yes. And what is the criteria this year?
So we're doing points this year.
Okay.
So it's
So how
every
does it
book.
work?
Every book is worth 100 points. So you finish a book, it's 100 points. And there's also other activities on there, like for the kids. If you call and you tell a librarian a joke. This is my favorite one, because I love it. I love it when I answer the phone and the kids are like, "Can I tell you a joke?" And I'm like, "Yes, please. I am ready. Tell me your joke." And it's always such a lovely joke. And but that's 50 points whenever they participate in a program. So they come and they dance with Kevin Barry, that's 50 points. They tell a librarian a joke, that's 50 points. You know, and then I think it's after 1,000 points, you get the first prize, which I think is a free brand new book. And then it's another round of it, and then you get the second prize. So it's the first time that the summer reading community gave me this and said, "Oh, it's going to be points." I'm like, "You're making me do math? I'm not a mather. I'm a reader. I don't do numbers. No." And then I remember the person over in Durham was like, "No, it's easy math. You'll be fine." I'm like, "You don't know me very well then." But yeah, it's a point system.
You say that now.
I know it's a point system, so you can rack up your points reading books and doing activities.
And when you sign up, you get a tracker. You get everything you need to be able to complete the program. And remember, if you're interested or have been participating in the 26 and 26 activity, these books count for that as well. It's not separate. So if you're looking to help yourself reach your goal of at least 26 books to read in this year, you can take these books and apply it to that as well.
And this is different in the fact that the 26 and 26 gives you categories that you have to tick as boxes. This, it's anything you want to read.
But if you want, you could take those categories.
Oh yeah.
And you use those books and then apply them to summer reading. You know, they're the
twofer.
Yeah, the two things cross over. You don't have to be like, well, I guess summer reading, I have to read a whole different set of books and I can't.
No,
you can absolutely, do those programs in tandem.
Double dip.
And there is a lot of adult programming that's going on too. There's they're going to be doing a clothing swap in Chico in June, which is going to be a lot of fun. They're making crafts with records. Oroville is doing the plant swap. There is all ages.
Oh, Durham's going to try the grown-up game nights like we have here, the strategy games. That'll be a lot of fun.
Absolutely. There's Paradise Branch is offering a lot of adult programming, including crafting programs and ugly art, which is for adults, is at several branches. Biggs is doing, I think, an ugly art roulette, as well as Chico has its ugly art program, Gridley and Paradise.
Yeah. Gridley's doing a Hunger Games book versus movie talk. for adults. I think that's going to be a lot of
Yes,
fun.
that's going to be a lot of fun
Mhm.
over in Gridley. And then at the end of June, there are two very special movie screenings that will be happening. The documentary Planet California will be screening on June 20th at the Chico branch. Very special documentary. And then on June 27th in Oroville at that branch will be the Ken Burns documentary, American Revolution, 250th year celebration of the United States. So
Yeah, isn't that the one that we got that big, beautiful colored
Mhm.
book for?
Yes.
Ooh, so theoretically, you could check out the book and come in and watch the documentary.
Exactly. There you go. There's a book
Mhm.
for you.
Right?
So, yeah, good stuff.
Good stuff. All right, so now you've got your summer reading survival plan, how to pick your books, and a look at what's happening at your library.
And the best part is there's no one right way to do summer reading. Whether you read one book or 10, listen to audiobooks, or just stop by for a program or two.
It all counts. This is your chance to make reading something you actually enjoy, not something you have to do.
If you're ready to get started, be sure to sign up for summer reading. Check out the events and programs happening at your local branch.
You can find all the details on our website or by stopping in. We're always happy to help you find your next great read.
Thanks for spending part of your day with us.
And we'll see you next time on Library-ish.
Bye.
Bye.